All right, pre-calculus. Today is going to be a day for you guys to work on some of the notes that you took on the Zoom meeting last week. I told you guys I would post another video just detailing some of the important things we talked about with ellipses, and I'm going to go through one example here and talk about the main themes. So, very similar to the circle, finding the center of the ellipse is looking at the numbers inside of the parentheses, and it's always the opposite values. So in this case, the center is going to be the opposite of the x, which is 2, and then the opposite of the y, which is negative 2. So I'll go over 2, down 2, and there's my center. Now the ellipse is like an elongated or stretched horizontally or vertically circle. So it's not going to be the same distance in all directions from that center. To find the distance it's going to be stretched in each direction, you have to look at the number underneath the y value and the x value. So, for example, under the y is 25. So if you take the square root of this number, you get 5. So this is the distance from the center in the y direction because it's underneath the y. So from the center we can go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 5. And those are going to be your vertices. Now we'll talk in a second the difference between the vertices and covertices. And then similarly, if you take the square root of 9, you get 3. That's also the distance from the center in the x direction. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can rather accurately sketch your ellipse like that. Now, to find your covertices and vertices, your vertices are along the major axes. Okay, so your major axis has a length of, because we went up 5 and down 5, its length is 10. And you can use that to find the vertices by starting at the center, which is 2, negative 2. And because you're going up and down, you're only going to affect the y value. So if it's going 5 up and 5 down, then you're going to add 5, and you're going to subtract 5 to get the new values, or the new vertices, which would be 2, add 5 to negative 2, and you get 3. And subtract 5 from negative 2, and you get negative 7. So those are your vertices. Now, for the minor axes, that's the shorter of the two axes. And this is a vertical ellipse because the major axis is vertical. So if we start once again at 2, well, let's do this. So the minor axis has a length equal to 6, because you went 3 in both directions. And 3 plus 3 will give you 6. So if we know the center is 2, negative 2, and you're going in the x direction, then you're only going to affect the x by adding 3 and subtracting 3. So our new coordinates for our covertices would be 5, negative 2. I added 3 to the 2 value. And then subtract 3, you get negative 1, negative 3. These are your covertices. Okay, that's a brief tutorial about ellipses and all you'll have to know about them. Now you will be given a graph and have to write the equation, but all of this information should be helpful enough for you to do the assignment. And then please post it on the Google Classroom, and you will be receiving points for this. So if you have questions, reach out, and I hope everyone's well, and we'll talk soon.